here today is Nendoroid Madoka Ultimate Form. Here's her standard pose and newsstand. Mine is really stable because I tighten the screws on her stand. If you have a small screwdriver, I think she's gonna stay pretty dang good on her stand. Here's her wings up close. Her dress. You can tell it has like the modern pearly finish a lot of Nendoroids have with this color. Even her little bows do. And they're actually quite rubbery, her bows. Her wings are attached to her hair. Now, something I didn't do, which I wish I did when I was assembling her, is maybe warm her up with like hot water or a hairdryer so her wings will go in better. You don't risk hurting them. I didn't, but it will definitely make the process easier. She also has, I don't know if the original did, but she has, there you go. She has like the little waist joint. Gloss on the shoes. Now, because I don't have the original, I only have the 2.0, I got Kaito here to kind of compare the pearly finish. He's kind of the closest I have to an older Nendoroid with the pearly finish. You can tell there's a bit of a difference, especially with the sealers. And for anyone wondering, yes, her faceplate is updated to the newer style. So I don't have to take her whole head off, which is nice. I'm actually glad they re-released this, even if it's not like a full 2.0, because her paint job's new. She doesn't have any of that stickiness. And her face is easy to change. I've wanted this Nendoroid for a while, but being an older one, I was kind of always putting it off until she got the rerun. I'm like, might as well. It's gonna be like her in her best condition, honestly. Now into face. She only has two. Here's her standard smiling one that she has at the end of the anime. And here's her little serious face from when she shoots the bow and summons it. Here's her hands all folded together like the one pose she kind of does in the last episode of the anime series. Very cute. And her hands are close together. It's not like you push them together or anything. It's just you push the hands and arms into the sockets. Very cute pose for the little goddess. Here's her with her bow and its bloom state. This is honestly one of her more awkward poses because the arrow is just kind of sitting in a hole on her arm and the bow kind of just flimsily goes between her hands. It's very unstable and you only have one arrow, so keep an eye on that and try not to lose it. Unfortunately, there is no extras. Kind of wish with the re-release they would have at least put like an extra arrow, honestly. Now here's her bow all closed up. The bottom, there is two different ones, like one's supposed to be more curved than the other, but it's kind of subtle. You can kind of use either one. I kind of hardly notice a difference. Maybe it depends on each Madoka you get, but yeah. Really, my only issue is her bow. I wish it was made differently. And here's her little effect circle, and she has an alternate stand that's basically just something that attaches to her dress. I haven't really tested out how good this is. As you can see, her effect circle kind of slides around, but it's an interesting one. probably wouldn't use it long term, her in this stand. I just feel like for a quick photo or something, or that you don't really want the stand visible, would be good. But on display, honestly, I feel like her other stand works better because you can tighten the bolts and it just kind of supports from her hair. And just feels a lot more secure. But yeah, that's an option. I'm trying to think if there is really a Nendoroid that's ever done that in my collection. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. It does definitely seem unusual for me. I think sometimes the horses would come with stuff like that. But, I mean, that is kind of expected if they're riding something, but just on their own. It's an interesting one. I'm kind of surprised they included that in the newer release, but it is a re-release, not a 2.0. But yeah, that's Madoka's Nendoroid. I figured for this little shot I'd bring out Sayaka and Nagisa, because I have them, and you know, if you've seen the series, they like her little angels in Rebellion. But yeah, it's really cool Nendoroid, the re-release I would recommend getting, because it's newer, no stickies. Really the only issue she has is kind of the issues all Nendoroids have, with just loose parts in some areas. Her bow, I kind of wish it was made a little differently. Maybe her hair and wings a little differently, but I kind of also don't know what you could do without kind of making thick, ugly joints in her hair. But yeah, definitely a really pretty Nendoroid. And yeah, that'll be all. Bye.